So in this video, we're going to talk about how to not take things personally as a highly sensitive person. Now, growing up as a highly sensitive kid, I took almost everything personally. As I grew older, I came to realize that taking things personally is one of the most selfish things you can do. It's one of the most selfish things one can do because it puts you in the center of everything. Now, in this video, I would like to share with you a few mindsets, a few lessons that I learned that helped me take myself out of that situation. So I no longer instantly take everything personally. When somebody makes an ugly comment about me, I don't take it personally anymore. Well, I used to take it personally immediately, and I would lay awake hours at night thinking about this one single comment that somebody made, or this one single behavior or negative sideways glancing at me. I took everything personally, and I was fretting about it all night long. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking, what did I do wrong? Why am I a bad person? Why did this person do this? What can I change? What is my stake in this situation? And while that can be a good thing to a certain degree, okay, thinking about how you can behave differently or what you can do to change the situations around you, it's a good thing, okay? It's proactive, it's assertive, but overdoing it is causing a lot of suffering, okay? So the first thing you really have to understand is that in 99% of the cases, it's nothing personal, okay? And the reason why I make this claim is because I learned to view things from my perspective and actually take very close note of what happens within me when I do certain things, okay? Yesterday, for example, I was sitting in the car and next to me a little boy was playing with his car toys. And he asked me to look at him play with his car toys, and I was making sound and doing all these crazy noises. And while I thought it was interesting to look at for a while, okay, after a while, I got tired of it. It was tiring to pay attention to this child making all these car noises. And so at some point I told him, hey friend, I'm going to look outside for a little bit now. And I could feel that he took what I said and did very personally. He took it personally as if I rejected him, as if he was no longer interesting enough. And while in that moment, me paying attention to the cars was not what I wanted to do anymore, it was not because I didn't like him or not because it was something personally about him. It was how I felt, okay? I felt uncomfortable with paying attention to the cars. And that is in 99% of the time the case. If somebody does something, they do it because they feel discomfort, because they feel a certain way and they want to feel differently, all right? If you go approach a stranger in the street and she blows you out, okay, she acts like a very unkind person, or she just completely blatantly ignores you, that is not because of you specifically. If another person would have approached her in that moment, she would have probably reacted the same way, especially if that person approached her in the exact same way like you did, okay? Now, you can argue that, oh, but if Brad Pitt would walk up to her, then she would not reject him. Okay, but then again, it's nothing personal, because then her opinion about Brad Pitt is personally to her. It might be a girl who completely doesn't give a damn about Brad Pitt. And let's all be honest, meeting a celebrity is a unique thing, okay? It's unique. So of course she would behave differently because it's a unique opportunity. So understanding that it's in 99% of the cases something internal within the other person and it's not about you specifically really can help you to take things less personally, okay? Now the second thing that helped me let go of these very selfish feelings is to realize that, let's assume you're in a specific situation, okay, and a person does something that you could potentially take personally. They get upset, or they tell you that they don't want to spend any more time with you, or they dislike you and they no longer want you in their lives. Let's assume this situation. If you would replace yourself with another person who would have done the exact same things like you did, okay? All the situations, all the things you said, everything the same, okay? That led up to that point where this other person decides they no longer want you to be in their life, okay? Then they would have rejected that person too, because it's not about you personally as a person. It is more about everything that happened, all the circumstances, all the built-up resentments, all the pains, all the whatever it may be, okay, whatever led up to this specific moment contributed to them making that decision. Again, their discomfort, they making the decision to, for example, no longer want to hang out with you, okay? It's within them, and it's a mix of all the things that led up to that moment. It's nothing specific to you, it's nothing personal to you. Can you see that? Can you see that it's way more about all the circumstances together that led to that moment? It's not you personally, not you specifically. If it would have been a completely different person, but the same circumstances, the same things said, etc., then they would have done the same thing. So it's nothing personal, okay? So by combining these two mindsets, by understanding that it's really not you, it's so selfish to think that, okay? And the thing is, when somebody rejects you, for example, or when I told this little kid, I'm going to look outside, okay, it's nothing personal, I just want to look outside, and he acts all upset, he acts like he got hurt, that is slightly annoying, okay? I was like, man, you don't have to take this personally, it's not about you, okay? It's not about you, it's so selfish. But as a child, of course, you don't know this yet, right? And I used to be that kid in a grown-up adult body, okay? Imagine how annoying it must have been for the people trying to tell me something and then them feeling I took it personally. It's so annoying when you try to convince or explain something to someone that you care about that it's nothing personal and they take it personally. It's really, really annoying. So stop doing that, okay? It's annoying and it's not true, okay? And it saves other people a lot of discomfort, right? It's already very discomfortable to reject someone or to say something honestly that might upset the other person. Okay, don't be that person who gets upset immediately. Don't take it personally, okay? And one of the books that I want you to read if you're struggling with this topic is The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. He talks about this in one of his agreements. Do not take things personally. And it opened up my eyes to this approach to things, to understand that it's nothing personal. It's never personal. And in the cases that it is specifically super personal, okay, then it's probably something you should have learned anyways, all right? So those are the two most practical ways to approach this situation. Now the third is a little bit more spiritually advanced, but this one helped me to hit the nail into the coffin or something and to finally, really overcome this habit of taking everything personally. Because of course sometimes I still, when I'm not paying attention, when I'm not being aware, then I still tend to take things personally sometimes. But then I remind myself, okay, it's nothing personal, and hold yourself back. Don't immediately lash out, don't immediately react, don't immediately ask them, but why me? What is wrong with me? No, wait a moment, think, reflect, view the situation as its entirety and realize that it's not about you, okay? It's the other person who feels discomfort, anger, disappointment, sadness, whatever it may be, and they respond to that feeling. All right. Now the third, more spiritual approach to this situation is to understand that we are all one. Okay. Love, the universe, God is infinite. It's an infinite being. Okay. And it's very hard to grasp this concept, but I'll try to explain it in simple terms. Existence is limitless, it's infinite, okay? Everything is included in that infinity, everything. That's why it's infinity. It's infinity, it's all powerful. It's infinite and all powerful. Everything is included in that. Now, for it to be able to experience itself, it needs to be separated into illusionary separations, okay? Infinity, God, love, it's all the same. In order for God to experience itself separately, it needs to create the illusion of separation. So it creates the illusion that me and you, that we are two separate entities, but in fact we're all part of the same infinity. So the illusion of separation is causing the pain, is causing the taking things personally. It's the ego that takes things personally. It's the ego that wants to feel important. So when something happens, the ego latches onto that and thinks, oh, it's me, it's my fault, it's me, always me, okay? Separation. but we are actually not separated, okay? And it's nothing personal, right? So by understanding this, that the separation that you feel between you and the other person that is perhaps rejecting you, because it feels like a separation, right? You approach someone, they reject you, it feels rejection, separation. I'm separated from you. You don't want me to engage with you. We are separate. But we are not. We are not separate. We are all part of the same unity, of the same infinite existence. Okay? So that way you can deflect that rejection and you can send them all the love and the appreciation and the gratitude that you feel. Okay? So what I want you to do next time you feel rejected or somebody does something that you take personally, okay? Become aware that you want to take it personally, that your ego is trying to take it personally. Understand that it's not about you, okay? It's not about you. Try to look at things from their perspective, show understanding, and when it's a rejection, for example, wish them well. I thank you for rejecting me. You don't necessarily have to say it in those words, in those specific words, but you can think and feel it, and in your communication it will shine through, okay? You will respond to that rejection in kindness, and that feels amazing. It is such a relief to have someone understand your reaction, okay? It's such a relief. And it might even turn the rejection backwards. They might be like, wow, I didn't expect you to be so understanding. Let's talk about this, right? And you can also preempt rejections. You can let them know, hey, I will not take it personally if you reject me when I ask you to do this, or I will not take it personally if you don't engage with my invitation. I will not take anything personally that you do because I know it's not about me, it's about you. It's about how you feel and how you want to feel. And that is wonderful, and I send you all the love and the acceptance and understanding that you might need in this situation. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful. If you have any thoughts or comments on this concept, please share them down below in the comments. I think that a lot of people can learn from your perspective, myself included. So if you have anything to add to this way of dealing with taking things personally, I would very much appreciate you sharing your thoughts. If you like the video, feel free to click that like button for me. And if you would like to see more content like this in the future, please click that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.